Good morning, guys. I know it's a little dark in here. I have really bad lighting in my house. It's early in the morning, and my husband's still asleep. He's actually sleeping on the couch, and he just does that because he plays video games, so he falls asleep. So I sleep in my bed by myself all the time. Anyways, I wanted to come on here because this is my 4-week update, pregnancy update, and I can't believe I'm saying this. This is the first time I've ever done this. So it's really exciting. As you can tell, my face feels swollen. Like, I don't know why. Like, in the mornings, it's like one of my symptoms is my face feels swollen, and then like I can't breathe out of my nose. I don't know. I know my sister was like that, so I guess I'm like that too. So that's been a big thing. Actually, I start week 5 tomorrow. So it's so exciting that it's actually happening. We have prayed for 13 years for this to happen. We have had 5 miscarriages. This is my 6th pregnancy and no live births. And we pray that this is it, that this is going to be it. I have felt so different than any other pregnancy that I've miscarried in. I'm trying to think of my symptoms. See, my first symptoms was just fatigue. I was so tired. I still am. It kind of comes in waves, and I don't know when it's going to hit me. And when it hits me, I'm ready just to be out. I am so tired and so done. I guess that was like one of my first symptoms. That and nausea that kind of comes in waves. Certain smells will get to me, and I think if I don't eat for a while, it will start, like, I'll get a little nauseous until I eat. So I've kind of noticed that, but it's not as bad as like a week ago, I guess. A week ago, I think it was a little bit more nausea. The nausea's kind of went down a little bit, or I've just gotten used to it. I don't know. I know that the worst is to come. Pretty sure it hasn't gotten there yet, and I'm not looking forward to that part. But every pregnancy symptom, everything that I have is, to me, it's like a good sign, because I haven't gotten this far with any of my other pregnancies. My very first pregnancy in 2008, it was measured. They wasn't exactly sure when the baby like stopped growing, but they said it could have been like 7 to 10 weeks, and wasn't exactly sure. And she even said it could possibly have been like 5 weeks pregnant. So they don't know exactly sure how far along I actually was then. But I don't remember like being tired, but I do remember I craved pickles, and I only got nauseous to the smell of deodorant, and that was all the pregnancy symptom I had of that. And all my other pregnancies, I didn't really have anything. So this pregnancy, I really feel different. I have a lot of the, I guess it's the round ligament pain in my lower belly. A lot of like pulling and tugging and like twinges, I guess. It's really hard to explain. It's just a different feeling. And it, honestly, when I first started having it, I thought I was having a miscarriage. It scared me. I didn't realize how intense they can be. But I was very scared. My husband's still on guard, and he's scared. He's not quite sure. He's never heard of the round ligament pain. He never knew that when you become pregnant, you have those like cramps and those like pulling and tugging feeling and stuff. And so it freaks him out, and he thinks that is not going to last. He thinks it's a sign of miscarriage. So, and I kept telling him, like, every miscarriage I've had, it started feeling like a period cramps, and this is not period cramps, and it's more like almost like a muscle pain type of thing. And that's what I was trying to explain to him. I said, it's not like deep inside, it's more like muscle type of pains and cramps kind of thing. I said, it's not like a period cramp. Like every miscarriage I've had, it's been period cramps, and they just keep getting stronger until I start bleeding. And then now I'll have contractions and stuff every miscarriage. So, and I told him, I said, I'm not bleeding. I haven't had any spotting or anything. It's not period cramps. It's like more muscle tissue type of cramps, like the ligament stuff. And I've tried to explain that to him, but it does come. I'm in my bed, and well, I have no pants on. But anyways, well, I can't really show you. Down on my right side of my lower abdomen, that's where most of it is, and then it will kind of go towards my hip, and then every once in a while I'll go onto the other side. And I felt a little bit, I think, up above, like in my belly area up here. So yeah, it's definitely not like period cramps. And I think I've had, I don't even think it's the ligament pain. I think it's more like my sciatic nerve, like in the back of my lower back. If I move a certain way or lay a certain way, it just kind of gets sore, and then I just have to move a different position. Excuse me. I've had, for when I've been out of breath, oh, that's another symptom. I've been out of breath for about a week. I've heard of people getting out of breath early in pregnancy. Honestly, didn't think that was going to happen to me. I've never had that before. So I get out of breath. I've been very gassy. TMI, but I've been very gassy, been burping. I've started having heartburn. I have GERD anyways, and I take medicine for it, and I was taking Protonix for it, and ever since we started trying to conceive last year, after ovulation, I would take Famotidine instead of Protonix, because my doctor, all the pregnancies last year, they told me to take Famotidine instead of Protonix, because Famotidine is safe in pregnancy. So that's what I've been doing after ovulation automatically. So ever since around ovulation, I started taking the Famotidine. So that's what I take now. He suggested to take 2 of them, and I think that would be like, I think they're like 20 or 25 milligrams or something like that. So that would be like around 40 or 50. I'm not sure. Can't remember exactly what milligrams it is a day, but I'm really afraid to take anything that's not supposed to or whatever, which they say I can take that, but I've only been taking 1. But I'm starting to feel heartburn like yesterday and today. I woke up, I haven't ate anything yet, and I woke up with heartburn this morning. So I'm trying to think. I had a longer day yesterday. I had a week and a half off from babysitting, so I guess that kind of gave me time to, like, the implantation to happen and the baby to start growing, and like me to relax and everything. So that was pretty good. I started watching her again on Thursday, and it was a pretty easy day with her on Thursday. Yesterday I watched her and my niece, so it was a little bit more intense. And then after my niece left, the little girl I babysit, she just pitched a fit because she has to take a nap. So when she's super tired, she gets cranky and she cries about anything and everything. And she just pitched a fit because my niece left and she didn't want to nap, but she was so tired that she was crying. and it just kept going on and on and on. And it's almost like it reminds me of like a teenager going through a hormone fit. Like, yeah, it's so funny, like she's hormonal or something, but it's kind of funny looking back on. But it stresses me out when she does it, because for one, she's not my kid and she's not my family, and I want to try my best to handle the situation as best as I can so that her parents wouldn't be mad at me, or, you know, she go back and say something or whatever. So I basically I told her I had to do these fuzzy ball things where she earns these fuzzy balls into a jar. If she's good, if she takes a good nap, if she doesn't throw any fits and things like that. So I took one fuzzy ball away from her. I said, I'm taking a fuzzy ball away. If you don't stop, if she didn't stop, I took it away. And then we read books before her nap time. We read 1 or 2 books. And I told her, she kept on going after I took her the fuzzy ball away. And I said, we will not have story time before bed if you keep on crying. And she kept on crying, and we didn't have story time. And I took that away from her, and I just told her goodnight, and I shut the door, and she cried for 5 minutes and fell asleep. So she was that tired. But that just stresses me out, and it just scares me, like, when I get stressed out. I think I kind of get, like, angry a little bit the way she acts, but you know, and it's just a kid thing. They're just gonna do that. I don't think I'll be like that with my own kid, because I don't have to worry about like doing the wrong thing with the, you know, if the parent approve or whatever. So, because it'll be my kid, so I don't think I'll be stressed out once it's mine. And I've had situations like with my niece and nephews where they've had fits and stuff too, and I haven't been stressed out like I do with her, just because they're family and I know I ain't going to get in trouble or their parents disapproves or whatever. But my hair is a mess. I haven't done it since I've been awake. Anyways, I kind of went on a rabbit trail, but back to the pregnancy. Yeah, yesterday I was kind of stressed out. It was a longer day because I had both of them, and then after they left, I decided to go grocery shopping because I just needed to go grocery shopping. And I went to Walmart, and just a little bit of walking, just even walking from the parking lot to go get a cart at the entrance, it was just, I could feel the round ligament pain, and it's kind of scary when you've never felt it before. And I literally would catch myself like holding on to my abdomen like for support or whatever, and I think it kind of feels better when I hold on to it a little bit. But it scared me. Like, it did that all through Walmart. I would have to, when it come on really strong, I would have to stop and act like I'm like looking at something just to stand there for a minute, and then it goes away. And once I like rest for a minute, I guess, and then like walking fast will bring it on really strong. And yesterday was the worst day I had with it, and it really scared me. So I came home, and my husband unloaded the groceries, and he put everything away, and I sat down for a little bit, and it went away. And that's what it does, like, it goes away as soon as I rest. So that's why I know that it's nothing bad, because if it was, and that's why I keep telling my husband, it's like, it's nothing bad. He's freaking out, and I told him it's like nothing bad, because if it was, the pain wouldn't go away if I just sat down and rested. It does have a little bit of pressure when I like when it comes on really strong and I do try to rest. There's still like some pressure there, but it's not as painful. It's not as much pulling and tugging. Like, I have some pressure there now, and I haven't really moved around much today, but it's not like pulling and tugging and like much of pain and stuff. But I can even feel it in my hip, my right hip, and because most of it's on my right side, so it's really weird. But I'm just trying to take it easy. I did a couple days ago, we tried to go for a walk, and it wasn't even a mile, and I think it was like 0.82 miles or something like that. Like, it wasn't even it was more than half a mile. It wasn't even a mile yet, but I started getting those pains, and I'm like, I don't think I can walk anymore because it just, I don't think I could do it. It literally feels like something's going to detach, and I'm so afraid like it's like going to be the baby detaching or the placenta detaching or whatever. And because my very first miscarriage in 2008, when it happened, I was working and I was doing physical work, and I was sweeping the floor and stuff, and I went to bend over to sweep into the dustpan, and I felt a pop, and my doctor told me that it was the placenta detaching. And that's what I'm so afraid of. Like, that's what it feels like when it comes on really strong. Like, it feels like it stretches and pulls until it can't stretch anymore unless it detaches. And that's the feeling that I keep getting when I don't rest. So I have to make myself rest. So that part has been very scary for me. The only cravings that I've had, I haven't really had much cravings except for I haven't really wanted a whole lot of meat. I guess that's kind of like aversions or whatever, but I haven't really wanted a lot of meat, but I have wanted like spinach and broccoli and cucumbers, and I've been really wanting those. So I guess it's kind of a craving. And I've been wanting nachos and cheese from Taco Bell, which I haven't gotten yet. And instead we settled, night before last, we settled with going to Chipotle, and which is really good. But it didn't hit my craving for Taco Bell's nachos and cheese. I just wanted that. And that night I wanted the night before that, I wanted the nacho cheese from Taco Bell, nachos and cheese from Taco Bell, and I was going to get 2 orders and come home and eat a spinach salad. I take baby spinach and cut some broccoli and some cucumbers and some tomatoes, and I have this papaya chutney dressing, and then I was going to just eat that with the nachos and cheese from Taco Bell. But Taco Bell's line was crazy busy, so we didn't go there. So I still haven't got my Taco Bell. I thought about going for lunch and getting it today, and then eating it with the spinach salad that I've been making. I guess so you call it spinach salad. It's just baby spinach and broccoli, and I'm out of cucumbers right now because the girls that I watched, yesterday ate the rest of my cucumbers. They love cucumbers too, and I have some tomatoes, so I'm just gonna mix it all together and eat that as a salad. So, yeah, my husband is going to, I made a sign that says 4 weeks, and he's going to take a picture of me today, and we'll start doing it every 2 weeks of a bump up day, I guess. But I don't know if it's going to actually be a bump. I know I'm showing, well, I think it's more bloating, but man, I look like I'm pregnant. Well, I am pregnant, but I look like it, and my husband says it too. And I noticed yesterday when my sister-in-law picked up my niece, she was looking straight at my belly, and I think she's figuring it out. And yeah, she looked at my belly, and then she saw my arm where they took blood. Oh yeah, they bruised my arm up. They took blood twice to do my beta HCG levels. She didn't ask why I was getting blood drawn, but she saw the bruise on my arm, and then she was looking at my belly, and then I changed the subject, and so she wouldn't say anything. And then later on last night, she texted me and said, "Hey, somebody gave me a really nice car seat. Would you want it?" And she's like, "You can save it for later." And I told my husband, I was like, how am I supposed to answer to this? Because she's trying to see if I am pregnant. And and he's like, go ahead and answer and tell her you take it. And so I said, yeah. I said, I can look at it and see if, maybe I'd want to save it for later. And so she's like, okay, cool. And so I don't know if she's figuring it out. And I told my husband, I know it's super early, it's only 4 weeks. I said we was wanting to wait until July 28th to tell everybody. We might have to tell them a little early after our ultrasound, our ultrasound's on June 25th. If there's a heartbeat and everything looks great, we may have to tell him early, because I told Aaron, my husband, like, if I keep getting bigger like this, people's going to figure it out. And I like I said, I don't know if it's going to even look like, for people that doesn't really know me and see me every day, if it's going to actually look like a pregnant belly, because I have a fat belly. I'm big. I weigh 226 pounds. That's another thing. This is going to be a longer video. But that's another thing. I have pregnancy brain. I cannot think. I have that I do that anyways, but it's been 10 times worse lately. But anyways, I went down to like 225, but before I found out I was pregnant, and you know, I would fluctuate, my weight would fluctuate, so it was always between, I think I only hit 224 one time, and then so I seen 225 a lot, and then so it was going from 225 to 228, so that was like my normal. And since I found out I've been pregnant, I'm like 226. This morning I weighed 226.6, so it's somewhere in 226 range. But at night I've been between 227 and 228, because I think I have like a lot more bloating at night, and I've noticed my belly is so much bigger at night. It's so big, like there's no way I want to be able to wear jeans. I don't know if it's such a thing, but we don't have to go shopping for underwear, because my underwear, all of a sudden, out of the blue, I couldn't wear my underwear last night. It was so uncomfortable, and it was so tight, and they were literally like, I've been wearing my like granny panties underwear, it's the ones that I wear for my period, and they are so tight, and usually they're big on me and like loose, and so they are so tight I can't even wear them. I found one pair of underwear that I haven't, like, it's one of those pairs of underwear that I've had stashed back in the back of the drawer that I haven't worn in like years, or never really liked wearing it, because my grandma, she's passed away now, but she gave it to me years ago. She gave me 2 pair. I think I threw away 1 pair, but I saved that one just in case. Like, that's the very last pair that I'll go to if I haven't done laundry yet. And I literally haven't worn this underwear for at least 3 years. And I thought I threw it away. And so last night, like, I literally, it's like, I told my husband, I was like, we're going to have to go to Walmart now to go get some new underwear. Because I can't go to bed without underwear on, because I have to use the progesterone and stuff, and I have to wear panty liners if it leaks out. And so I found this pair, and it's a lot better than the other ones, but it's still kind of tight. And so we're going to go to Walmart and make a Walmart trip. And I don't know if there's such thing as maternity underwear, but I'm going to go look. If not, I'm just going to have to get bigger, like probably 2 sizes. I'm thinking maybe 2 sizes bigger than I would normally wear. I wear a size 8 normally, so I'm thinking about getting a size 10. Oh my goodness, that is so crazy to think about. So I think I'm going to get a size 10. That way there's some room. If it's loose, there's some room for me to grow into. So that's kind of where I'm at now. That's how much like bloated and I am, and it kind of makes me nervous, because my ACG levels was doubling every 28.6 hours. Or no, hold on, 28 point, I don't remember what it was, but it like every 28 hours it was it's been doubling. And my beta ACG level was done on Thursday. Today's Saturday. I'm not getting any more done, but I've been taking tests, and since Thursday they're way darker and way darker. I took a first response last night, not my first morning urine, and the test line is way darker than the control line. Like, the control line is very faint, because the test line took all the dye. And so I'm like, okay, well, I can't get any darker than that. But my strips, I got some more Clinical Guard because I ran out of all the other pregnancy tests that I had. And so I bought some Clinical Guard, so I have those. And they are still, the test line's still a little bit lighter than the control line. But this morning, actually, I don't even know if I've looked at it since it's been drying. I'm going to take a look at it really quick. I'm having problems getting up and down too. Like, I feel like I'm 7 months pregnant. Where's that? Let me turn on this light, see if that will help. Oh, that helps. Yeah, so the test line is getting still a little bit lighter than the control line. As you can tell, it's a little bit lighter. And then here is the first response. And that darker line is the test line. Isn't that crazy? I just can't even believe it. So, and that kind of tells me right there that this pregnancy is still, like, the ACG levels obviously is still rising. And they're rising fast. So, yeah, it's just crazy to think, because on Thursday the Clinical Guard was like very faint. And now it's really dark. So yeah, they're definitely rising fast, and it kind of makes me nervous that it could be multiples, twins. And with my belly getting as big as it is that fast, and the pregnancy tests that, or the pregnancy symptoms that I'm having, yeah, it makes me wonder. But we will find out on June 25th. So I'll give you guys at the end of this video, I'm going to try to attach the a bump date photo that my husband's going to take. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to try to just post it. I don't know if I can or not, but we'll figure it out. So I'll see you guys in my next update, or if I just want to talk to you about what's going on. Alright, see you guys. Bye.